He made a huge impact in his life, and now his family is making sure that impact continues in his memory. The story behind the Holiday House and who will be moving in next. And our latest CN2 Hometown Hero is being celebrated for more than one reason, and now this family can claim 2 CN2 Hometown Hero awards.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Jeremy Wand here inside the gymnasium at Fort Mill High School, where Tuesday night the Yellow Jackets will play their first home games here since the gym was flooded back in October. Now, later in sports, I'll catch up with Athletic Director Dwayne Hartsoe to talk about the process and look forward to tonight's rivalry game against the Nation Ford Falcons.
Good evening. I'm Laura Breed Monday, and this is CN2 News. Always glad to have you. Our top story tonight, finding solutions for the affordable housing crisis right here at home. The welcome mat is out for a person or a family living in homelessness as the City of Rock Hill unveils its latest permanent supportive housing unit. The Holiday House, named after community advocate the late Jack Holiday, is officially ready for a tenant. It's on Bynum Avenue here in Rock Hill. The home originally belonged to Bleecker Blake, also known as Mrs. B, after she received support from the City of Rock Hill's Housing Development Corporation in the 80s. She learned about the need for supportive housing in the community and decided her house would be an ideal candidate for the program. Jack Holiday's wife, Laura, donated to the house to have it restored, and now the Housing Development Corporation will work with area shelters to find an applicant experiencing chronic homelessness to rent the house.
I think this has just all come full circle. If you think about it, someone who was a pillar of this community gave this gift to her community so that it could keep on giving. That's building her legacy as we also build Jack's.
Housing is a basic human right, so having this is great for the community. It's great for the individuals that are currently experiencing homeless to have a roof over their head, to be able to know where they're going every day and living. So this is really an amazing opportunity for the community, for the shelters. The shelters are experiencing an influx of individuals staying in the emergency shelter, and there's nowhere for them to go. There's no permanent housing or affordable units for them to go. So this kind of clears up some of the bottleneck that's happening in the emergency shelter.
Officials say the tenant will pay 30% of the rent, and the supportive service agency they are with will pay the remaining amount and provide support. This makes the second supportive housing unit with the city, and leaders say more houses are in the works. An even cooler part of this story, Mrs. B even left her pound cake recipe for the new family. The Holiday House, just one of a number of housing opportunities available here in York County. But leaders who work with the homeless population every day say what's available now is really just scratching the surface. The need is great, and so are the stereotypes. They say many people in our shelters, most in fact, do not come here from out of town because the services are here. They say the majority of people being served are from the Tri-County, mostly York County. And they aren't the people you might think. They also see teachers, first responders, people who work but don't earn enough to often make ends meet.
And we had a veteran who showed up Friday night, his first time ever experiencing homelessness. He had a broken relationship with a significant other that, broke down. And now he is without a place to live and got hired yesterday. So he is working the system, right? He's working with our case managers to get back into the workforce, be able to get back on his feet. But because of a broken relationship, he was without a place to live. He's a veteran in our community who served in in both Afghanistan and in Iraq for over 20 years, and he is in our shelter.
I believe that Rock Hill is on the cusp of seeing a mixed market housing development happen. I think we have enough conversations in this community that are bubbling up, enough people who are really committed to seeing more housing units made available. When we talk about housing units, and I think this is what we would all agree, it's not that what we're doing is not good. It's really good. It's just that we need a lot more of that goodness in our community.
Scale up and sustainable.
Yeah, we've got to scale up. We're talking about 6 and 10 housing opportunities for solution. We need 600 housing solutions.
That was Courtney Denton, that second interview with the Lifehouse Women's Shelter. She and these others here that were all guests on today's WRHI Straight Talk, well, they talked about what is being done to continue to make a major impact. Denton explains in every successful community they've studied, there are similar reasons for success, and it comes down to having the right players involved. You need banking and financial services. You need oversight for the person being helped, support from property or landowners. You need to have contractors and a property manager, not to mention service providers and the city to make sure the right codes are in place. They believe the conversations have started that will lead to many more housing opportunities and options here in York County in 2024. Well, shots fired at law enforcement officers overnight as they worked to find the two armed robbery suspects. Thankfully, no one was hurt. The robbery taking place at 1:15 this Tuesday morning at the Circle K convenience store on Cherry Road in Rock Hill. When officers tried to stop the suspects, they say the driver failed to stop, and then a chase started, weaving in and out of Rock Hill and the York County Sheriff's Office jurisdiction as well. At one point during the chase, officers say the passenger fired several gunshots at officers. The driver, they say 23-year-old Andrew Johnson of Charlotte, was charged with many crimes, including accessory to armed robbery. The passenger, a 36-year-old named Ronald Wilson of Virginia, was charged with armed robbery along with other crimes. The York County Sheriff's Office will be issuing the charges of attempted murder on Wilson as a result of the shots being fired at the officer during that pursuit. A Rock Hill mom will spend 25 years in prison after officials say she set fire to her home that killed her 7-month-old child. Lakita Henderson was pleaded guilty in a York County courtroom to homicide by child abuse and arson. This crime taking place back in October of 2021 at the home at a home on Sanders Street. Officials say 7-month-old Brianna Henderson died in that house fire. Here's our latest picture of the day. January is School Board Recognition Month, and many school districts like Lancaster County are taking time to honor those who serve on their boards. Also, Margaret Gamble on the far left was recognized for 20 years of service. Want to see your photos picture of the day? Just email it to news@cn. You're watching CN News, a surprise this Tuesday morning, leaving our very own Lucas McFadden speechless. Here's a look.
That this is our 60th anniversary.
And what other announcement do we have, Sarah?
Well, today we are officially kicking off the Merit Awards, which are, in my opinion, one of the most exciting pieces and events that happen during the Come See Me Festival. And what I get to do is actually go and surprise our winners. And wouldn't you know that Mr. Lucas McFadden is our very first Community Service Merit Award winner. He's speechless.
So well deserved. Lucas, as you can see, surprised live on air during WRHI's Palmetto Mornings. He is a recipient of one of the 2024 Come See Me Community Merit Awards. The awards are presented to dedicated volunteers who improve our community through their selfless service. And we know Lucas does just that, emceeing dozens of events each year, waking up before the sun each morning to inform the community on WRHI, and of course in the evenings here on CN2 News. Lucas's wife Katie and daughter Collins, along with his parents and other friends, coming by for that surprise. The Come See Me crew has had a busy day, surprising several other recipients throughout the day as well. Honorees are officially announced at the annual Come See Me logo unveiling breakfast. In tonight's CN2 Digital Dashboard, Blue Cross Blue Shield of South Carolina is honoring MUSC Health Lancaster with a Blue Distinction Centers for Maternity Care designation. According to the Blue Distinction Specialty Care Program, each facility must deliver quality care safely and effectively to earn the recognition. The College Board AP has recognized Clover High School with the Computer Science Female Diversity Award for achieving high female representation in AP Computer Science principles. The school says this is the 5th consecutive time it has received this honor. Welcome back to CN2 News. Sometimes it's just nice to celebrate people, especially those who give back and stay back, as in behind the scenes. Amanda Riggin, who is the founder of the wonderful Hungry Heroes organization, knows she would not be able to grow her nonprofit if it weren't for the help of many others behind the scenes, especially her family. She reached out to tell us her mom was retiring from Food Lion after 43 years, but we thought it would be fun to add a little more to the celebration.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Laura Bree. I'm with CN2 News, and I know you're Deborah, and I know your daughter. Everybody knows this family, and if I could just have your attention for a few minutes. We are here because not only are you such a committed employee, and to celebrate somebody who's given more than 4 decades to one company, you just don't see that anymore. So number one, we want to celebrate that. And number two, you're a big part of Amanda's success and Hungry Heroes. And it's not just what we see in front of the scenes. There's also a lot of behind the scenes. And for that reason, we want to celebrate you as our most recent CN2 Hometown Hero. So congratulations. Amanda said you don't love the camera, you love being behind the scenes, but something tells me you could maybe share a little bit. It's what you were just sharing with these folks here. Why'd you stick for so long? What would you say to these folks and to the people, maybe even customers that came through year after year? Is it something you're going to miss?
Oh, yes, I will miss it. I'll miss the customers because you get used to you get used to your customers. They come in, and so that's what I'm gonna miss there. And you feel like home. People come in and they come welcome you and speak to you, and it's just like home. And I've just stuck with it because that's all, I like working with the retail and stuff.
Yeah, and what about working with your daughter and all that you've seen her kind of create over the last number of years? Are you looking forward to that? And what does that organization mean to you?
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I'm mostly behind the scene, but I don't, I like seeing her success, be successful. So I like, family, we do that together. And now since I've retired, I'm going to travel with her. She says, Mama, now we can travel doing, the events that she does.
Yeah, for sure. Amanda, let me grab you over here for a little bit. Just talk about your mama and what that means to you to have the time with her and how the behind the scenes family has really helped make such a difference when it comes to the organization.
Yeah, I think having Hungry Heroes and serving the community probably helped a little bit retiring because I know that was a hard step. I grew up in, I think, every food line in York County. So, yeah, I don't know if she's going to have much leisure time after this because we will be making banana pudding and serving first responders.
Well, everyone will say, hey, Mama, that's what I gather. They said it here at the store. They're going to say it at the Hungry Heroes event. Let me grab our friend from Food Lion. Just another reaction. When you have employees that stick for 40 plus years, what does that say about them, but also maybe the environment?
Deborah's a very loyal, caring person, and I think that carries through with the associates that she's had to work with over the years. I think we all love Deborah, and we'll miss her.
And for you guys who are out here, who's worked with her the longest? What do we think? Or did work with her the longest? Yeah?
That's her husband.
Husband, come on up. Yeah? Let me grab a couple people who've worked here for a long time with Miss Deborah Reagan. Come on down. I feel like I'm on a game show. Come on down. I love all the photo ops. But just as a colleague and coworker, talk about what it means to see the same face year after year. There's something about someone who's that dependable. And tell us your name, too.
Teresa Cranford.
All right, Teresa, for you to come to work, was she a part of what made it a joyful experience?
Yeah, she was smiling and caring and just loved what she done for a living, baking and cooking and everything. It was real good.
How many years have you worked here?
13.
Okay, 13 years. Well, thanks for spending some time with us. Can we hear it for Deborah one more time? Congratulations. Anything else you want to add?
I'm going to miss working with retail, but I'm going to enjoy stepping out and helping with the Hungry Heroes more.
Well, it's a wonderful organization. Amanda, we're going to blame you when she has this reaction later. She says, what'd you do? But we just want to say thank you for all that you do, because I think it's a reminder that people can commit and that there are people out in the world who want to stay in one position, and then there's ways to still spend some time volunteering. So thank you both for all you do, and we'll have much more after this.
Hometown Hero is brought to you by Elrod Pope Law Firm.
Hi, this is Tommy Pope. Elrod Pope Law Firm is honored to sponsor Hometown Hero. If you've been injured, Elrod Pope is here to help.
And Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome into this Tuesday edition of CN2 Sports. Jeremy Winder on the road again, and this time we're inside the place no one's been able to be in for quite a while. That's the gymnasium at Fort Mill High School, and right now I am joined by the Yellow Jackets athletic director, Coach Dwayne Hartzell.
Jeremy.
Good, Coach, and happy to see you, and thank you for letting us bring the cameras in here a little bit early. But how excited are you to finally have the gym open, and especially this evening you are going to open it up with a basketball game against the Nation Ford Falcons?
Yeah, we're super excited to have our kids the opportunity to get back into the gym, sort of be our first really home game of the year. So we're excited to have that opportunity, and, getting to play Nation Ford just makes it even more special.
Yeah, Coach, when this happened back late October, just take us back from that weekend, getting the call, say, hey, something's going on with the gym, there's some flooding, to up to today.
Yeah, that was on a Saturday morning, early on a Saturday morning when they called me up here. At the time, we knew we had water damage in here, but didn't know how extensive it was going to be. But over the week, we saw what it was going to be, and, having to rip 3 floors out, actually 4, including the weight room, and to get to this point, they told us they thought mid-January, and here we are mid-January, and we're going to play a basketball game in here. So we're excited about that, just super happy and thankful to the administration staff at the district office for making this happen.
And credit to them, because I remember coming here for fall signing days, and we got some video of them bringing the floor in. When they first told you that mid-January, you weren't sure that was going to be realistic.
You're exactly right, Jeremy. I was very skeptical on whether that was going to happen, even up until maybe 2 weeks ago, worried about whether it was going to happen. But again, here at the end, they made a big push. And again, our district office staying on contractors, making sure they got it done. And we're excited for, 5 o'clock and 6:30 and 8 o'clock tonight to host our first 3 games here at Fort Mill.
Yeah, and how grateful are you all in the school to the City of Rock Hill and the Sports and Event Center for allowing you all to host events there?
Yeah, we're super thankful to them. Brian Jones and the City of Rock Hill opened their arms to us, took us in, treated us like their own, and we're really, we're super thankful for them for what they did for us.
Yes, and really not a better way to christen the new gym floor and reopen this place than by having the rival Nation Ford Falcons come in.
Yeah, it's always a big game for our seniors, along with senior night. It's probably the 2 biggest games of the year. And for us to be able to get in here tonight when we're playing Nation Ford and them get to experience that, what an atmosphere should be in here tonight for this game is, special for them.
Yeah, and when you speak of seniors, I can't help but notice on the wall you all already have the senior banners up for the girls and boys basketball teams. That's something very special. I know that's tradition you all have. And so it really looks like y'all been rolling all season, even though this will be the first game in here tonight.
Yeah, our maintenance crew did a good job of getting those up this morning for us. And as you can tell, there's some last-minute cleaning details going on from our cleaning crew here at the school. Like I said, everybody's really chipped in to make sure that our athletes have this opportunity to make it happen, for this basketball season.
Yeah, and I know there's so much talk about basketball, but people, and you mentioned the weight room, but it's easy to forget wrestling had their practice room affected as well, and talk about how nice it is for them to have their wrestling room back, because we know the work they put in that room, especially coming off a state championship.
Yes. Yeah, we're glad, they're excited about being back in their wrestling room. We have been able to host 2 wrestling matches here. We hosted those in the auxiliary gym the last 2 Wednesdays, so their seniors did get to experience a senior night, just not in the big gym, but it was still a pretty special atmosphere over there in the small confines of the auxiliary gym.
Yeah, and getting back in here, now you talk about this floor, obviously it's going to look a little different with the design. We lost the honeycomb shape on the floor, but you were telling me that this is actually maybe an upgraded surface over what you were playing on prior.
Yes, I think this floor is an upgrade on the floor that we had. I don't know if you can tell, it has a little bounce to it. It's supposed to be better for our kids' knees and for injuries, and so we're excited. Again, it's got a little different. It has a different look to it, but we're excited about the surface that we're going to be playing on.
Yes, and one thing that's unrelated to the floor, people may notice when they come in for the first time, is you all have installed shot clocks on top of the baskets. Now, it doesn't mean they'll be in use tonight, but that's something that you as athletic director maybe foresee that the shot clock is going to be coming to South Carolina High School basketball?
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time. I think when the NFHS decided to endorse it and allow it, our state will eventually go to that. Not sure, it may be a year or 2 down the road, but we wanted to go ahead and get ahead of things and give our kids an opportunity to, play in some invitationals that if we host and be able to, use the shot clock maybe in the summertime.
Yeah, and one thing people won't be able to see when they come in here is underneath the bleachers when they are actually retracted in, there used to be a different surface between the hardwood and the flooring for these auxiliary baskets for practice. With the new floor coming in, y'all were able to make that all even one surface, and we'll be able to allow the teams to do more when it comes to practice time.
Yeah, we have 6 baskets in here, but like you said, we used to have a transition between the hardwood and a Mondo flooring on the side baskets, which really wasn't a good practice surface for our, to use on the side baskets. You could really do some stationary shooting, but that was about it. But now with the hardwood from wall to wall, we'll be able to utilize all 6 baskets in here during practice time.
Yeah, Coach. Well, congratulations on getting this done, and best of luck for your teams this evening.
Thank you, Jeremy. Appreciate it.
All right, well, that's going to do it for now. For Coach Dwayne Hartzell, I'm Jeremy Winder. This is CN2 Sports. We'll have highlights for you in Wednesday's newscast, but until then, let's send it back to the desk.
Jeremy, thanks. Nice to see it's up and running again. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you back here tomorrow night with a brand new newscast. As always, please follow us on cn2.com and on social media. Good night.